خوش اومد به ویدیو دیگه از کانالمون. برگشتیم با یه ویدیو دیگه از کانال فرن و قراره که تو این ویدیو بریم ببینیم که چطوری یدونه مومیاییه کل تاریخ رو عوض کرده. نمیدونم قراره چطوری دقیقا این ویدیو پیش بره، اصلا هیچ ایده ای ندارم که اصلا منظورش حتی چیه، ولی ویدیو فرن اکثرا خیلی طولانی ان. این ویدیو کلا 10 دقیقه است دیگه، توضیح بیشتر نمیدم دیگه. بچه‌ها لایک کامنت سابسکرایب فراموش نشه. لیتس گو. زیرنویس فارسی هم داریم. آلپ، کوههای آلپن. اوکی.
They are seasoned hikers. They like to venture off the beaten path and explore lesser known routes.
مسیرهای ناشناخته رو میخوام برم
So they take
بچرخم.
a shortcut through the snow. Suddenly they spot something strange protruding from the ice. Something brown. The closer they get, the clearer it becomes what they've just stumbled upon. A dead body.
A dead body.
The couple
جسد.
assumes it must be the remains of some lost mountaineer who suffered a fatal accident. They hike back to a refuge and tell the landlord about their discovery. The man notifies the authorities. At this point, no one realizes that the two hikers have just accidentally discovered one of the oldest mummies in the world.
یکی از قدیمی ترین مومیای کل تاریخ.
The most extraordinary archaeological finds in history. Because this man comes right from the Copper Age. For thousands of years, his body lay frozen in the ice.
تو یخگونده سال مونده بدنش.
It will
پشمام.
reveal incredible secrets from a long-forgotten era. We modeled the mummy in realistic detail to show you. It tells tales of a life marked by hardship, bitter conflicts, and an unsolved
طرف تو عادی، تو حالت عادی تو کوه آلپ چی کار میکرده؟ نوشته بود از مصر. من دارم حدس میزنم که طرف تو مصر بوده، همینطور داشته راه میرفته تو کوههای آلپ. سوئیس. کوه آلپ تو سوئیس بود دیگه. The Alp Mountains. چقدر بزرگه فرانس. حاجی میدونستید انقدر کوهش بزرگه؟ کوههای آلپ توی 8 کشور میره: فرانسه، موناکو، ایتالیا، سوئیس، استریا، آلمان و اسلوونیا. پشمام، من اینو نمیدونستم، فکر میگم فقط تو سوئیسه. اوکی. Makes sense. یخا makes sense. تو سرما مونده بدنش سالم مونده همونطوری.
4 days later, a recovery team sets out to extract the body.
Okay.
They use a jackhammer and ice picks to chip the body out of the ice. It's a male corpse.
Ich kann nur sagen, der ist sicher tot, liegt schon lange hier oben, wahrscheinlich im Wasser, sehr lang im Eis.
حالا دقیقاً تو کجاست اینو نگفته کجاست.
Rescue bag and flown by helicopter to the nearby village of Wendt, Austria.
Austria, okay.
Waiting on the ground with a hearse. The body doesn't fit in the coffin, so they break his arm and force the lid shut. They drive the body to the Institute of Forensic Medicine in Innsbruck, Austria. An archaeologist is called in to take a closer look at the corpse, and the expert soon realizes this body is old, like really old.
Als ich heute Morgen um 8 Uhr zum ersten Mal den Leichnam zusammen mit den beigefundenen Artefakten sah, war es sofort klar, dass es sich um einen vorgeschichtlichen Fund.
میگه همون موقعی که بدن رو پیدا کردیم ساعت 8 صبح بود. من رفتم دیدم 8 صبح. تا موقعی که دیدم متوجه شدم که مثلا بدن خیلی قدیمی و مثلا آره خیلی چیز خوبی رو پیدا کردیم.
The body is in remarkably good condition. It's what scientists call a wet mummy, meaning the body was mummified naturally in the glacier ice.
اوکی. بچه‌ها وت مامی میشه مومیایی، وت هم میشه خیس. وت مامی مومیایی خیس معنی اینو میده که بدنها مثلا خیلی سالم موندن و بعد نچرال مومیایی شدن مثلا تو یخ سرما.
The researchers go straight to work. The mystery of this case will keep them busy
چی ازش
for
پیدا
decades.
کردم؟ میخوام بدونم.
Who was this
این
man?
تاریخ رو عوض کرده.
When exactly did he live? And how did he die?
آره چطوری بنده خود دستش هم اینطوری مونده بود. اینطوری بمیره دیگه تا بدبختی یخ بزنید.
Around the same time the mystery man in the ice died, people in Mesopotamia and Egypt were inventing writing. And today we have tools that
تازه
help us
نوشتن رو داشتم پیدا
One
میکرد.
of the apps, no need to help all in free. Some of these in kilos. Judging by his
هرچند
feet,
کوچولو بوده بنده خدا. 1.50 بوده. البته خب قدش که فکر نمی‌کنم کوتاه شده باشه ولی کنم 13 کیلو بوده.
wear European size 38 shoes today. The Iceman appears to be seriously inked. There are a total of 6 tattoos scattered across his body.
61
All of
خالکوبی
them are
داشته.
simple lines and crosses. They are located here, 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 and down here. His teeth are worn down, his wisdom teeth missing. His lungs are blackened with soot. His arteries are hardened, and he has 3 gallstones. He broke his nose at least once in his life and suffered multiple fractured ribs.
پشمان بنده خدا چی اتفاقی واسش داشته میافتاده؟
DNA analysis will later reveal
What
he
the
had blood type
fuck?
O positive and was probably lactose intolerant. His cholesterol levels were high, and he had been infected with Lyme disease from a tick bite.
چقدر کوسچه ازش پیدا کردن پشمان.
Remarkably well preserved.
Holy shit! اینوش هم پیدا کردن وسایلشو.
All sorts of tools and some functional clothing. All signs point to one conclusion. This man lived in the Copper Age. He must have been lying in the ice for more than 5,300 years.
5300
He's
سال.
a short king by modern European standards, has brown eyes and medium-length brown hair. Or at
Okay.
least he used to. By now he's gone completely bald. He's wearing goat leather leggings and a long fur coat. His head is covered by a bearskin cap. His shoes are made of leather and bast fibers. He has stuffed them with grass to keep his feet warm. He's wearing a kind of backpack loaded with all his belongings. The man is
Okay.
exhausted and breathing heavily because he's on the run. He has walked all the way from what is now the Vinschgau Valley in South Tyrol. His roots lie even further south. His ancestors came from Anatolia in modern-day Turkey. He's been on the move for
ترکیه.
days.
اوکی.
But now he's taking a break. He pulls 2 birch bark containers from his wooden backpack. Inside are hot embers he has wrapped in maple leaves to keep them smoldering for hours. It's
Okay.
basically a Stone Age fire starter. He sits by the fire and enjoys a simple meal: dried ibex meat and grain porridge. He also chews on some bracken fern. The plant is toxic, but he's suffering from severe stomach pain and is trying to ease it however he can. The man is in pretty rough shape. He has been dealing with constant diarrhea caused by some nasty whipworm parasites he picked up a while ago.
غذا نداشته درست محترم اسالی گرفته خارش داده میشه بنده
His
خدا.
teeth are a mess too. He has
ای بابا.
cavities, gum disease, and a rotten front tooth.
چقدر
His
مریضی
feet,
داره
which
بنده
have
خدا.
carried him all this way, are also in quite bad shape. One toe has already suffered frostbite and he's got a fungal infection. But all those ailments are peanuts compared to the deep cut on his right hand. Just
my
days
God.
ago, the man got into a fight and did not walk away unscathed. Now he inspects his tools and weapons. His bow is still working, but several arrows are missing from his deerskin quiver. He might have
Okay.
lost them while fleeing. Now he's trying to carve new ones, but his tools are worn down and he's struggling. He also carries a dagger with a wooden handle and a flintstone blade. Next to that, a versatile copper axe that can be used both as a woodworking tool and a deadly weapon. He carefully sharpens them with a special sharpening tool. It's been a while since he has met someone who wished him well. And he has been wandering through the Alps ever since, completely alone and isolated. Always running, fleeing, physically and probably emotionally drained. But he won't be alone much longer. The people chasing him have caught up. Now there's a flintstone arrowhead lodged between his shoulder and second rib, 27 millimeters long and 18 millimeters wide. It has pierced an artery. He is losing a lot of blood and his blood pressure drops. Within minutes, he slips into unconsciousness. The man dies at around 46 years old, right here in the Ötztal Alps. Thousands of years later, his place of death will
دستش
give him his
اینطوری
now
میمونه.
legendary name.
اپوش تیر خورده مرده بنده خدا.
Entire civilizations rise and fall, but Ötzi stays right where he is, frozen in time, perfectly preserved in the ice.
پشمام.
Until one day, some 5,000 years later, a couple of hikers stumbled
پیداش
across his
میکنن
body.
یهو. Holy shit.
Ötzi is one of the most important discoveries in archaeological history. Unlike most other prehistoric mummies, he wasn't buried in some elaborate ritual. He wasn't carefully laid to rest with symbolic gifts. His life was cut short abruptly, violently. But his body and tools provide us with something very unique. A glimpse into the last minutes before his death. A window to the life of a real person from the Copper Age. We'll probably never know who killed him, but his body tells a far bigger story about the diseases, diet, and tools of our ancestors. Ötzi greatly expanded our knowledge of this period in human history.
اتزی اسمش.
Thanks to him, we now know that some early humans traveled far greater distances than we thought, that copper tools were already in widespread use, and that infections like Lyme disease have been around for a long, long time. Today, Ötzi is the most thoroughly studied mummy in the world, and science is far from done with him. Researchers keep adding new pieces to the puzzle.
پشما یه چیز جدیدتری پیدا میکنن، چیز جدیدتر و چیز جدیدتر پیدا میکنن راجبش. چه زندگی بدی داشته ولی بنده خدا گناه داشت.
At first, Austria claimed the mummy was theirs, but a border survey revealed that Ötzi had died just a few meters on the Italian side. Today, he rests in a high-tech cooling chamber at the Museum of Archaeology in Bolzano. His preservation is a full-time job. His body is kept at a constant -6 degrees Celsius and almost 100% humidity. It has to be sprayed with sterile water every 2 months to prevent it from losing moisture. Meanwhile, scientists are constantly working on new preservation techniques to ensure Ötzi can be seen and studied for generations to come.
پشما.
For a long time, experts thought his incredible condition was a lucky fluke, that a sudden shift in climate had flash frozen his body and locked him in ice forever. Today we know that's not entirely true. Ötzi's body hasn't been constantly sealed. The ice around him melted and refroze again and again, which means there might be more out there. Other ancient humans still resting somewhere high up in the glaciers,
پشما.
waiting to be found. Waiting
آره
to
دیگه اینم
reveal the
هستش
next
البته دیگه
chapter
آجی.
in the story of where we came
هولی
from.
شت. 5300 سال پیش رو بگو. هولی شت. بچه امیدوارم ویدیو لذت برده باشید. تا ویدیو بعدی پیس اوت.